Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about July's Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. And I have to say, maybe it's because it was my birthday month, but man, this bag was absolutely killer. Very first one I want to talk about is Basic Beauty's Bronzy AF bronzer palette. It has 3 different colors in it: natural, cinnamon, and bad and bronzy. So you can see it's got 3 different tones, which makes it pretty easy, like in terms of finding a shade that works for you. I would say this actually probably works best for more on the medium to tan shades, or not shades, but skin tones. And so for me, I ended up using these 2 colors here. So the one in the middle and then the one that's the most light, which actually did not swatch super well on the back of my hand. But you can definitely see they actually, it's interesting because when you swatch them, it feels very powdery and you're kind of like dusty, kind of. But when you smooth it onto your skin, I actually feel like they built up really, really well and really melted into my skin. So more or less pretty happy with this palette, and I actually do appreciate how small it is because I think this is going to be nice to travel with, especially if you just, let's say you go on a summer vacation and you get tan, you get real tan when you're over there, and then you need a bronzer that'll work for you. This could be a potentially really great option to bring with you. One thing I will say about Ipsy is that this actually was missing from my glam bag, like in the box, and customer service was amazing, which was quite shocking because sometimes you never know with these things. But I emailed customer service, and within 24 hours they had sent me this in another shipment. So way to go, Ipsy, on that front. I was really just very impressed with how fast and responsive and easy it was to work with your customer service. So yay. Let's go ahead and move on to the second product, and this, I can't get enough of this. So this is Nomad Cosmetics's Cartagena Magica Intense Eyeshadow Palette. And the inside is just a bunch of glorious, beautiful, neon, colorful shades. And so I am mostly wearing the top row on my eyes today. This is how I created that kind of like chartreusey, neon-y yellow look that I'm absolutely in love with. And so one of the things that I want to talk about for Nomad Cosmetics is this is actually the second palette that I have received from Ipsy from them. I received their Berlin palette a couple of years ago when I was actually kind of going through a hard time in my life. And this is going to sound very strange, but I remember that palette very fondly, and I felt very similarly to this one. There's something beautiful about an eyeshadow palette that will carry you through a really hard time in your life, because sometimes it can be really hard to get up and look presentable to the world. And when you have an eyeshadow palette that just is so good and so easy to work with that it just helps you, it's like it felt very much to me like just one less thing that I needed to worry about, if that makes sense. So for me, Nomad Cosmetics, their eyeshadow palettes are just, they're always going to have a bit of a soft spot in my heart, but for a really good reason. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch some of these shades for you guys, because I don't just want to talk about like, my emotional connection to Nomad Cosmetics. I want to show you exactly how beautiful these are. But like, I can't imagine a more beautiful neon palette that is so easy to blend out and so easy to just create an amazing look that is flawless, easy. Like, this was hardly a struggle at all. And it's not like these are colors that I normally wear. Like, it's not like I walk around being like, I think I'm gonna wear chartreuse on my eyes today. Like, not really, right? But with this eyeshadow palette, I think I would, because it's just so easy to create those beautiful looks. So I'm super excited that I received this in this month's Ipsy bag, because this eyeshadow palette is so incredible. The next product I want to talk about is Il Makiage's Black Card Waterproof Liquid Liner. Absolutely amazing. So this is a felt tip liner. Super easy to create a line with. The one thing I will say, and I'm going to take a look really quick too, is it does actually dry down to not a completely matte black. So if you don't mind a little bit of shine with your liquid eyeliner pen, I think this could be a really, really great option for you. It does say that it's waterproof. I haven't actually tested that yet, but in general, I really, really enjoyed it. Very, very easy to draw that line and just kind of fill it in. It took less than a minute. Really, really great. The one thing I will say about it is the dry time is a little bit longer than some of the other liquid eyeliners that I've used. I just kind of noticed that I sat here and like fanned my eye like this for a little bit, kind of letting it dry, just because, especially with my eye shape, if I open my eyes too quickly and my liquid eyeliner isn't dry yet, I get like smudgies, like it transfers. So just a really, really quick side note on that. And then moving on to the mascara that I received. So this is the Studio Makeup Volume Intense Mascara. And I actually just noticed that it says limited edition on this mascara, so now I'm kind of concerned, like, what if I end up really liking it? Then where am I going to get it again? Like, now I'm worried. Anyway, so let's talk about it. At first glance, this actually reminds me a lot of Milk Makeup's Kush Mascara. The packaging is almost similar to it. It's just as heavy, just as weighted. And then the formula plus the brush look exactly like the Milk Makeup mascara, which I actually really, really enjoy. So when I opened this and like was like, oh yes, I should probably really enjoy this, except that it got a little bit strange. So it took a little bit longer for me to build up my mascara today, but I do think that I was able to get it kind of to that volumizing point. The only thing that I would say is the brush and the formula felt a little bit gel-like, so it was a little bit clumpy and it made it a bit difficult to definitely do like my lower lashes. My lower lashes you can probably kind of see just a tiny bit, like they're a little bit clumpy especially, and I had to use a lash separator to just kind of get rid of that. But more or less, actually really enjoyed this. It reminds me, again, it reminds me very much of the Milk Makeup mascara, which I absolutely love. So I anticipate enjoying this one as well. And the very final product is Tarte's Jelly Glaze Anytime Lip Mask in the color Toasted Coconut. You guys know I love my lip masks, except for the one that came in the Ipsy bag last month. I hated that one. It ended up, I use it now for like cuticles and stuff, and so it's, anyway. So this product is actually very interesting. When you first squeeze it out of the tube on your lips, it almost looks like it's going to be, I mean, it doesn't look like it on your hand, but when you're applying it on your lips, you put it on and you're like, oh my gosh, like, is this actually going to melt into my lips? And then the second that you touch that, it just becomes so emollient and easy to just swipe onto your lips. It feels incredibly nourishing in it. I was actually looking at the ingredients. It has vitamin E, algae, squalene, and hyaluronic acid, along with a marine plant collagen, and so just a really, really incredible formula. I like how it feels on the lips. My main issue with the lip mask from last month was that it just felt really, I don't even know how to explain it, but it just felt really like slippy and like gritty on your lips. And so it was a very strange sensation, but for this, it just has that perfect amount of slip to give you that feeling that you're like, oh, my lips are definitely being nourished right now. And then the color is just a subtle, beautiful, brownish, pinkish nude. And so this is right up my alley. And it smells heavily like coconuts, so I definitely love it. All right, so that pretty much concludes this video. Honestly, like, Ipsy, thank you so much for killing it during my birthday month. Like, it was absolutely incredible. I loved just about everything that I received in this month's bag. So yeah, plus your customer service was amazing. So all in all, really, really big wins. I'm super looking forward to getting my August bag. I will certainly review it here on my channel. So look forward to that. If you enjoyed watching this video, please feel free to like and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Thank you again so much for watching. Bye. There's something beautiful.
OB.
I'm absolutely thrilled that I received it in this month's Ipsy bag. I keep saying Ipsy box, Ipsy bag, so it comes out as like Ipsy bog. If only I was British.
Yeah.